from Gold House. What's up, guys? D1 here, back from Experts Academy. It's been about 5 days now since I got back. It is Monday and my first real day back for work. I took about the 4 or 5 days off to do a bit of decompressing, R&R, and I wanted to give you guys my quick review of Experts Academy and also just my thoughts on live seminars. So for those of you that don't know who Brendon is, Brendon has quickly become, in my opinion, one of the top internet marketers, breaking through to the mainstream. Most recently, he's helped Tony Robbins launch his book. He's helped Oprah launch her course, Ariana Huffington. The list goes on. For those of you in the personal development and internet space, I'm sure you know who he is. He isn't an overnight success by any means. I caught Brendon about 6 or 7 years ago when he was launching his brand, and he has honestly been one of the most influential people in my career, as I really just feel like his business has embodies just so many aspects that I aspire to in my business. So I was lucky to hit Experts Academy thanks to Savan. Again, Savan, big shout out. Thank you so much. It was a big life-changing experience. Savan bought his Experts Academy online course for about $2,000, I think, US, and invited me to go along with her for his 4-day seminar. It worked out to be about 13 hours a day for 3 days, and then the final day was, I believe, like 9 to 1 or something similar to that. Anyways, a lot of the content was fairly, I won't say basic, but fairly, you know, I've heard this content before. Things like building a sales funnel, finding your true purpose why, you know, how to reach out to customers and build a brand that really matters. All these things that, you know, I feel like embody a successful business, but holy crap, what a powerful experience going there and hearing Brendon speak in person. You know, for me, I got to wear 3 completely different caps going to that seminar. On the first hand, I just went as a complete student, you know, absorbing all of his teachings, all of his learnings, and just absorbing it from that level. And then from an internet marketing standpoint, looking at, you know, how his sales funnels were set up, how his course content was delivered, and really just getting to see how I can model his business successes into my own business. And let me tell you, to see Brendon present his products, it was so easy and so transparent, and there was never a point of feeling like you're being sold to, and it was, you know, really impressive. And then I got to see him as just the character Brendon, and how he presents himself, again, with transparency, with honesty, and just the vibrancy he had. He spoke for nearly 13 hours every day straight with the same energy level that he started with to the end of it. Not only that, the amount of networking involved. For those of you that have been online and have not gone to a live seminar, do it. I've met so many business connections, and more importantly, so many friends going to that seminar. So for those of you that are thinking about hitting a live seminar but feel like, hey, you know the content already and you won't get value from it, go and do it. It is it's life-changing, and now I'm going to make it a practice to go to seminars, as many as I can throughout the year, just to meet like-minded people. Now, in terms of my 3 biggest takeaways, ultimately, I've come to realize now through some of the exercises that my biggest issue with my business was fear, and it's fear of getting judged. Now, I know it might sound crazy, but you know, I've had this, ultimately now, it's a fear of you know, not being enough, or seeing other really successful people online and feeling like my message didn't matter. And with myself being in the spotlight now, I know I'm going to make mistakes because that's part of business, but I've had this fear of people poking at my failures as they come up, and this is ultimately why I didn't start a lot of my projects. You know, this is why my blog never got going, why I never really created a bunch of content, why I wasn't front-facing with a lot of my businesses. It just came down to fear, and it's kind of a sad thing to think about that. You know, fear of other people is what's stopping me from growing my business and hitting my dreams, but it's the honest truth. Secondly, it was the consistency of actually creating content, and more importantly, not just creating content, but creating things, because fulfillment really does come from creation. And this 1.5-year slump that I've accepted as a slump in my life, not financially, but in fulfillment-wise, has come down to the fact that I wasn't creating anything, and getting that fulfillment and that feedback loop of just, yeah, pure creation and putting it out there. And secondly is that my peer group and mentors that I thought I should be looking up to, I realized that now I'm gonna have to change a lot of mentors in my life, because although they were financially extremely successful and lived what I felt like was an ideal life where they didn't have to work, they could wake up and kind of do whatever they want. Well, doing whatever they want was never about creating something and helping other people. It was just about kind of maintaining the lifestyle that they had. And although it may seem on the surface that that's a successful life, now I know that's not at all true, and that really the greatest fulfillment comes from taking our energy and replicating that and creating something larger than ourselves. Which then gets to the third point, and the biggest takeaway for me is what my business is truly about. You know, when I started my businesses, it was absolutely about passive income and this idea of not having to trade time for money. Now, I completely agree that it is an enormous goal and still a crucial goal to be able to spend time on things what you want. But really the goal is to wake up every day and create something that transforms people's lives. And this creates legacy forever. You know, this is why the Teslas of the world are so amazing and people look up to them. This is why the Apples of the world are so successful. It's not because they're creating a product that solves a solution. They're actually transforming people's lives and the way that they operate through their life. And ultimately that is going to be the purpose of my business going forward, is to not just help people create an online income, but ultimately transform their lives so they can spend more time with their wife or kids, or spend more time creating that valuable content that then can go out there and change the world. So my challenge for everybody moving forward, and my business goal, is to give you that time freedom to create. And that was kind of the missing link in my business, was I was just telling people how to make a bunch of money and create this void, if you will, in their life. And that's not necessarily what you want to be doing. You want to be freeing up your time to then create products, solutions, change in the world so that you can leave a legacy. So those are kind of my 3 biggest takeaways. Other things I'll be kind of going through, and I'll kind of do a more technical recap of other things that I've learned. Things like making sure that there's frameworks within your content, some distribution strategies on content as well, and team building. But ultimately, those are my 3 biggest takeaways, guys. Hopefully that helps, and we'll be seeing you inside the Digital Lifestyle Bootcamp community. I've been seeing a ton of people messaging me on Facebook. I'm going to continue growing that business now that I've got a little bit more of a clear direction on how I want it to operate, where again, it's not just about creating freedom, it's about creating a life of fulfillment and creation and surrounding yourself with other creators. Anyways, signing off. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much.